I'm on mute. There, I should be unmuted. Cool. Welcome back, everybody. Back to Nikki T Live. Not your host, because it's just me. It's just Nick. I'm just Nick. Da, 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 da. I don't know why I did that, but whatevs. Cool. Yeah, we're back working on some open source work today, so that's what we're doing. I'm working on StarSearch, which is the host with the most. Thanks, Charles. Good to see you, my man. Yeah, so here let's do some story time then. So let's head over to pairing view before I forget, because it's happened many times where I just start talking and like this is what's on my screen and there is no screen being shown. So all right, cool. And now paranoid. Just gonna double check. All right, cool. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so yeah, so let's do some story time, as B Dougie likes to say, and Becca. So let's go to the app, or let's go to beta. Why not? I just shipped some new functionality for StarSearch. So let's see here. Things seem to be working. Cool. All right, I think beta might have just deployed. So let's go to StarSearch here. I'm just gonna zoom this in. So if you're not sure or have never heard of what StarSearch is, or if you haven't even heard of OpenSauced, I'm just gonna drop a link where you can check it out. It's we've got the entire front end's open source. You can check out opensauce.pizza as well. Uh, there's some secret sauce that isn't open source, but that's the way things roll sometimes. So StarSearch is essentially like the tagline says Copilot, but for Git history. So we can, kind of say like stuff like, let's go see like what my coworker Brandon Roberts has worked on recently. And so essentially, yeah, think of it like a Copilot, or this is kind of like a chat view. Think of like a chat GPT and stuff. But we have the context of like repositories that you care about and other information in Git on GitHub. And so we can see here, so I asked, what type of pull requests has Brandon worked on? And then it just gives me a list of some recent things. So Brandon works on analog.js, if you haven't heard of that. And so there's a PR there with some information like how many additions, deletions, bit of context of things. So he did a release recently and so on and so on. So let's just, I mean, we'll go do a little tour of the app, I guess. So like I said, Brandon works on analog.js. I think anybody who's in the Angular ecosystem probably knows that. But if you don't, Brandon Roberts has created a project called Analog. It's a meta framework for Angular. And so we can see this load up here. Now this is a repo page on OpenSauced. And I'm gonna go ahead and just drop that. And I'm also gonna just go to Twitter for a second because I can't drop with Restream. You can't post to Twitter. So hold on a sec here. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Okay, let's go. All right. Boom. All right. Oh, I just got added to a DevRel list. That's cool. To be clear, if any, because people have asked me this tons of times, I'm actually not in DevRel. I'm full-time engineering, but I do think you kind of have to bring a DevRel aspect to what you do. That's I don't think that's just my opinion, but that's how I feel about it. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop in Twitter here once it lets me post things. So here's analog, and let's just go just gotta grab my stuff here for a sec, and let's go grab the links. I'm gonna drop these over on Twitter as well. There's that one and this one. Again, Restream and like StreamYard, I don't think there's an API actually to post to Twitter yet. So anyways, just dropping those links there. If you are checking things out on LinkedIn, there's some weird bug. I can't reply to my own LinkedIn live. So if you're on LinkedIn, I will see your message, but I'll probably just respond verbally. Okay, so anyways, if we get back to where we were, so like we're like, okay, we just checked out some stuff about StarSearch, and I'm just about Brandon, and then we found out, oh, okay, Brandon works on analog, which yes, I already knew, but um, we come here and we can go look at the repository page, and if you want to access the actual repository page on GitHub, you can click on this link here. I'll just open it in another tab, but basically that'll bring you to it right there. But that's not what we're looking at right now. So this is our repository page, and there's a bunch of things going on in here. And just trying to think of a story. Like we have the link. I'm just thinking of some stuff for StarSearch. We should have some kind of card to go to the repo if it's mentioned up in there. But anyways, we can see some information here about the project. So there's like some contributors, and I think this is a bug on my computer. I can never scroll on this page, and nobody ever has this problem. I think it's my mouse or something. But anyways, the main things I want to show are here. So you can see stuff like, okay, the contributors over the past 30 days. You can see issues open and closed, and there's a velocity there. So the velocity is higher. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, hey, SC, how you doing? Yeah, analog.js is pretty cool. I did a speed run of it because I haven't done Angular since Angular 1.4.3, I think. AngularJS, I should say, sorry. So I never did any modern Angular except for a Hello World when when Angular 2 dropped, but that was like forever ago. But I want to look at some things here like contributor confidence and lottery factor. So, and again, I don't know why I can't scroll. Nobody else has this problem, but let's look at the lottery factor because we've talked about this a lot. There's a few blog posts. I can find it if not. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Mike Cavalier, you dropped some resources recently for AI in JavaScript land, I think. If you have that list handy, feel free to drop it in the chat. Cool. Oh, hey, how you doing? Great to see you. Hey, Callan003. Nice to see you too. So anyways, we were talking, yeah, that was me incoming. All right, cool. Yeah, Mike's going to drop a list of AI resources for the JavaScript ecosystem for anybody interested. So we'll check that. You can check that out. It'll be dropping in the chat shortly. Ah, there you go. Cool. I'll just, we might as well shamelessly plug it, Mike. So hold on a sec here. Let's open it up. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. So yeah, feel free to check this out. It came across my radar. I saw it on Twitter the other day, or X, whatever people call it these days. So there's some stuff I was going to definitely check out. So just thanks for sharing that, Mike. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Farfalle. That's like pasta. I think that's the bow tie pasta. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, getting back to, oh yeah, no worries, man. Appreciate you creating the resource. Yeah, so getting back to what I was saying there, so Brandon works on analog.js. It's pretty active. It's the only meta framework in Angular, I believe. I don't know that for sure because I'm not in the Angular ecosystem really. But anyways, we can see there's like the lottery factor here. Now, you might not have heard of this term. You might have heard like bus factor. This is a term that's used. Okay, it's the only one, SD? Okay, thanks. You might have heard the term bus factor, and it's a pretty gruesome way to describe it, but basically like what would happen to a project if somebody got hit by like somebody on the team got hit by the bus. Like, would it be in jeopardy, or like would it still be able to succeed, or like go on without much difficulty? But that's a pretty gruesome way to describe it. Excuse me. And so lottery factor just makes a lot more sense. It's a little bit of a better story, you know, like what if one of your coworkers or maintainers on a project wins the lottery and they're like, I'm out. So, you know, they leave the project. You know, what's going to happen to the project? Will it thrive? Will there be a struggle to kind of keep it going? And so if we look in the case of analog.js, it's got a high lottery factor. It's not necessarily a terrible thing. Like, don't think of it as like I got 100% on an exam kind of thing. Brandon is the one that created this, so it kind of makes sense that he's been contributing quite a bit. But there are other people contributing, and this is over 30 days. But like, let's look over like 90 days maybe. And you can see it's moderate. So there's other people contributing as well. So, and like, who knows? Let's look over 6 months. I'm going to guess it's probably moderate still. Yeah, okay. And if we go look over a year. Okay. So over the course of the year, the lottery factor is pretty low. And that's good. That means like, God forbid, well, no, it's not buzz factor. Sorry. Awesome if Brandon wins the lottery and he's like, I'm done. I'm just gonna go lie on a beach the rest of my life and drink Mai Tais or whatever people do when they win the lottery. But it looks like the project would still be successful. So yeah, no, exactly, Esty. That's what it means. And it's just a better way to kind of explain it versus saying bus factor, where it's really like somebody got hit by a bus. Like that's just I mean, I'm not a prude or phased by anything, but that's just kind of a terrible way to kind of explain something. So lottery factor is what we've gone with. So if you hear people talk about bus factor, just mention, like lottery factor probably sounds better. As far as I know, most people I know don't want their coworkers getting hit by a bus. So anyways, but you can see here, like if we look over the whole year, which is probably a better picture for the project maybe, or like even over, like if we go back to like 3 months, that's 30, sorry. If we look at 3 months, it's moderate. So it's still, that's still pretty healthy in terms of like, if Brandon decides to move on it, probably people could take over and it wouldn't be too big a lift, potentially. I haven't worked with the project internal, so correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon. So that's that. And then like there's other charts in here. And again, like I was saying, I have no idea why I can never scroll on this page. Everybody else can do it. Maybe it's like my mouse, I don't know. But anyways, I digress. But we have this new dev stat here now called contributor confidence. And we can look here and like, again, don't think of this as like I got 100% on a test, and nobody's probably going to have a contributor confidence that high. Oh, you want me to check Nux 3? Yeah, for sure. I'll check it in one sec there. All right, you know what? We can move right over there. So I'm just going to do Command K. I'm on a Mac, but if you're on Windows or Linux, you can do Control K, and then let's go Nuxt. And it's Nux 3. So let's go to Nuxt. All right, so here's Nuxt, and let's see here. I'm on the beta site there. I wonder why their avatar doesn't load. Let's see. Doing some debugging here real quick. Interesting. Okay, maybe it's the next image not loading, but I'm just going to take a screenshot of that just in case it's a bug. Others are loading, so I'm just curious why this one isn't. Actually, here, let's get the URL. Let's just save that. Cool. Okay, you don't have access to open source, Colin? Yeah, I should be. Oh, weird. Okay, it's just, I can scroll down that way. For some reason. Okay, now it's working. I don't know what it was. Very odd. Anyways, yeah, so let's take a look at Nux. So this is over 30 days. The contributor confidence is pretty low, it says here. And let's explain a bit about what contributor confidence is. Is this in here yet? Okay, yeah, it is in here. Yeah, okay, here. I'll drop this in the chat. All right, so yeah, so what does the contributor confidence detect? So let me zoom this in here. I'm just gonna read it verbatim because this will probably come out better. So this is a new feature. I think I'm not sure if it's in production yet. It's definitely in beta. If it's not in production, it'll be getting released today though. So yeah, so insights into contributor confidence. So Contributor confidence is a metric, here let's zoom in, that helps us understand the likelihood of someone who interacts with a repository by starring or forking it coming back to actually contribute code or other content. So kind of think of it like, are people going to come back for seconds, I guess, or like is the project approachable, I guess is another way of saying it too. So if we look here at Nuxt, it says they do come back later on for a meaningful contribution. So that's a good thing. Let's look over like the year maybe. Let's just go back a bit further. I feel like it might be higher, maybe. We'll see here. It's just loading up. Crunching the numbers, the hamster on in the serverless functions running on the wheel. I'm also on beta, so beta is a lot slower, so that could be that too. Okay, so yeah, it's higher. Sorry, I just opening up some kombucha here. And again, it's approachable, and we can see here, getting back to the lottery factor, this is really good. The Nuxt project has a very low lottery factor, meaning like Daniel Rowe, who's awesome. I've had a chance to stream with him before. Haven't met him in person yet, but on my bucket list. But like say for some reason Daniel left the project, this project could continue on, no problem, it looks like. I see Ant Fu in there too, so lots of, and there's other people too. So this to me I would consider approachable, and like this would definitely be able to go on if some key people decided to leave, like Daniel, which is a good thing. Lots of this is over a year, so this is pretty jam-packed, but lots of issues open and close, PRs open and merge. That's great. Stars are down at the bottom, and that's kind of on purpose. Stars aren't as important as you think they are, or maybe you think they are. It's a vanity metric. It definitely helps. People talk about it all the time, but it's more important to look at like, are people forking the repo, contributing to it, to see like, this ties back into, is it approachable, but are also like people actually contributing to the project. So those are things that are important. The star is like an okay metric, but it's the industry still kind of thinks of that a lot. So I mean, there's even a site to show your StarSearch history. Sorry, your star history, not your StarSearch history. StarSearch is what we're building. Anyways, let me just go check over something on Twitter real quick. Okay, we're all good over there. That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, so I don't know if that helps explain SC, but yeah, that's essentially what contributor confidence is. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna come back and contribute to this, and I've definitely worked on projects like that. Like when I worked at Dev2, it was very approachable. Ooh, got some bits. Thank you. Got some cheering. Thank you, Callan03. I'm not positive, but I don't get bits a lot, so I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, the graphs are really cool. Also want to give a shout out to my coworker Zayu. She's built, I think most, if not all of these graphs. Yeah, so that's cool there, and it's also responsive. So like obviously if I shrink it, it's nice. It's got a nice mobile view, and so you can see the contributor confidence and stuff. It is bugging me why that icon isn't loading, but the other thing is we can see like the contributors on the project, and we can see like what they've been doing. So like I recognize some of these people like Ant Fu and Daniel Rowe. It's kind of normal that this is got lots of activity there for Daniel. Ant Fu, I don't know how much, not as much right now, I guess, but Ant Fu is like all over the place in open source. So great work for Ant Fu, wherever you're at. Cool. All right. So anyways, that was just kind of like a bit of story time of like, we found something in StarSearch about Brandon, talked about analog, and then we went to go see the analog repo page or repository page, and then we saw some dev stats in regards to that. So what I've been working on is I've been focusing mainly on the UI for StarSearch. So there's stuff you can do here. So like if I say like, show me the lottery factor for contributors to React Router, just let this roll. Um, so there's some familiar faces there. Those are 3 core team members. So like Mark Dalgleish, I'm not sure how you say that last name. He's Australian, I believe. Ryan Florence, and then Matt Brophy, who's Brohog, Brof Dog 11, I guess. Anyways, so there's a feature here where you can actually share this. So I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna go ahead and create this, and then I could say like, I'm gonna go share this to Twitter, and then you'll get the there's a short link, and then it'll generate the card and everything. I'm not gonna post a beta link on Twitter, but there's that. But if folks want to check it out here, like, so hold on a sec. Let me come back here. I lost my... Oh, congrats, Michael Jolly. You're officially a Microsoft employee now. Nice, man. Okay, if I come back here and I copy the link, I'm just gonna drop this in chat. So this is a conversation that I started in StarSearch on our beta site, if you want to check that out. And if you click on it, you don't even have to be logged in. You can view that conversation I just ran here. If you aren't logged in, you will need to log in if you want to ask your own conversation or start a conversation. If you're logged in, or either way, right now at least, you can't continue that particular conversation, so it'll ask you to start your own. But like here, if I just log out for a second, if I just paste that in here. So I'm logged out right now. And so we get the conversation here. And you can see here, we've got the lottery factor and everything. And then it's telling you this is a shared conversation, so I can't type in or anything. But I can start my own conversation. So I'll clear it and I can start my own. But I'm not logged in, so if I go to start one, I do need to connect. It's just a GitHub login, so I think for most of us who are developers, that's really not a big deal. It's convenient too. Cool. All right, so StarSearch here is working really well on its standalone page. What I need to do now, which is the next piece of work, is, hold on, cool. What's that little window? Oh, I think that's a file. I don't know. Anyways, won't worry about it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, what is this? Weird. Okay, so we have a workspace. So let's go to this is like that's my own workspace. But let's just load up one. Like, let's see here. I have one. Where was? Oh, this is beta. That's why I don't see it. So let's go to, I don't know, Blue Sky maybe. And so let's do another quick story time. Hey Bjorn, how you doing, man? So we have this is a workspace, and you can have one or more workspaces. You get a personal workspace. There is a paid plan as well, but that's we don't need to discuss that right now. It's just want to focus more on what is a workspace, and think of it as a place where you just house things you care about. So like repositories. If you're a maintainer, like maybe you're part of like, I don't think there's a Vite org, or maybe there is, but like let's just say you're like a Microsoft org, or I don't know, like Stripe, or I don't know if Mike Cavalier is still here. I think he works at EchoBind still. So like let's say EchoBind has an org. You can just basically say like, I want to load all the projects I care about and pop them in here. So I created this one. This is in our beta site, like I said. But this is just a bunch of the Blue Sky repositories. So Blue Sky is the other social network. If you're listening to this on Twitter/X, who knows? Maybe that means I'll get banned. I don't know. But we can see some cool information about it here. So pull request issues, how many open merged, and like the velocity of it, like how long it takes for them to get merged or issues closed. And overall here, Looks like the activity here is pretty low. That doesn't, again, not a bad thing. There's a bunch that are low, and this might be because they don't need as much, but you can see here the social app itself is like super high, the activity. So like if I do this social app, let's just filter on that one. You're gonna see it's super high, which is good. And then we can come see some activity. And there's cool stuff here. You can check out like pull requests going on in the app right now. And this is very up to the minute. You can see here, this one's from 7 minutes ago. So like this is like very up to date information. And yes, you do have GitHub notifications and you can see pull requests or issues in there. And you can obviously go to the repo directly. But in this particular case, these are like all the repositories, but I could filter on one of them. And then I see these are all just social app, and I can see this one is from 8 minutes ago. And then you got, all the information about it. So like it looks like these Explorer fixes, and I'll zoom in one more there. Looks like this got merged like literally 8 minutes ago. There's some open ones, etc. But it's just it's kind of nice having this all housed in one place. I think I'm obviously biased because I work here. Same thing with issues. So you can see issues. We can see there was one closed 3 hours ago. Looks like there was a type error. Cool. Anyways, that's kind of what a workspace is. And again, you can do all the things like the different time ranges and filtering on the different repos, one or more, like I said. So what do I need to do now? Well, I need to bring in StarSearch into this. So basically there's going to be a StarSearch on the side here. And I just gotta load up Figma here. Trying to remember where it is. I might have lost it. I don't know. Let's see here. Where is everything? Am I not logged in? What's going on? Cover. All right, there we go. Let's see, workspaces, onboarding, no. All the guests are gone. Oh, I guess you had some people over, Bjorn. Let's see here. Where the heck is it? 3 months ago. No, that's not it. Let's go in StarSearch here. Side chat. I think that's what I want. Why am I not seeing anything? Can't be that zoomed out or... Oh, I see some stuff down there. What is going on? I'm gonna zoom out. Let's see here. I see something down there. Why are you disappearing? Ah, man, where is it? Okay, let's go to the issue actually. Maybe I'll get a link there. Okay, let's go to notifications. We want to go to the app. Actually, I want to see issues assigned. StarSearch thread history, no. Workspaces UI component. Okay, so this is what I'm working on. And I'll go ahead and drop that over in Twitterland too. All right. The chat in Twitter live streams, it always like hangs before you can actually do anything. Not sure what's up there. Anyways, cool. That's good. So yeah, so this is it. I hope there's a link in there. Okay, so here we can see, let's just zoom this in. So I'm gonna have this little StarSearch button, and then you can ask about stuff in your workspace with StarSearch, and then it's gonna look like this. So that's the things I need to do. And then it's basically gonna run kind of like you see it over there in the other place on the regular StarSearch page. And then there's some actions and stuff. So there's a few things I need to build out here. Let's see here. I don't know where the link is right now in Figma, but that's okay. I can get started, I think. Okay, so let's do this. Welcome to live coding this afternoon. Okay, so let's go to StarSearch chat. And why is that complaining? Is that TypeScript? Let's reinstall just to make sure. NI is just my, let me zoom in here. Just reinstalling stuff just in case. All right, why are you hanging npm install? Looks like maybe there's a bunch of stuff that wasn't installed. I don't know. I just got latest, so. All right. I do have a pretty fast internet connection, so I'm actually surprised this is taking a while. You okay, npm? All right. Let this go. Okay, that's good. And let's do, let's go close. Let's start storybook. Okay, let's close that. And it's going to open up storybook over there. And then I want to look for chat box. Okay, let's go to that. So this is a component that shows up when you're asking the questions and you get responses. I just want to get the avatar. So this is what I want. Chat avatar. And this is what I want. Okay, so let's create a new component. I'm in StarSearch. Okay, that's just storybook on the left there. So let's do new file. Wondering if this should be, yeah, no, it should stay in StarSearch. It's in the workspaces, but this could be used elsewhere at some point. So let's say StarSearch CTA or StarSearch button maybe .tsx, and we're gonna do export const StarSearch button return boom. What am I missing? Return. That all looks good. Export const equals return that. Okay, what you not liking there? Expected. Let's see here. What's missing here? Let's bring in the Next.js image component for starters. What is it not liking? Oh, I didn't close the div. That's why. Cool. And why is this not formatting? Oh no, you don't need to import React when you're in a Next.js app. I think a lot of them you don't need to anymore. They just know it's there. Why is this not formatting though? Just explicitly say format with prettier, it should do it, but why is it not doing it? Very odd. Let's see here. It's not TypeScript server. That's very odd. Why are you not formatting? Let me see what's a better name though. What did I just do? Yeah, let's go back here. All right, StarSearch floating button. Yeah, okay, StarSearch button's a good name, I guess. Okay, there's that, and let's create a story. So we co-locate our storybook stories with the components. So dot stories dot. Should really create a template for new stories because I'm always just copy pasting. So let's just do this. Boom. Should put that on my to-do. Let's say default. And we're going to say this is StarSearch button. And let's just do Command Shift L. Boom. there, components, StarSearch, and let me know if the screen's zoomed in enough. I can go in one more actually. Let's close the sidebar. We'll say StarSearch button. Cool. It's got no props at the moment. Let's save that. Let's come back here. And let's look for StarSearch button. All right, there. Load's broken. That's okay, but we've got it there. Here, let me boom, boom. Let's just go full on here. Arc. Arc isn't hiding its 100% there. Let's try it. There we go. Let's do that, and then boom, boom, boom. So that's the component. And let's see here. Close others. Okay, now slash. Oh yeah, it's not finding the asset. So, what was the fix for this again? This is specific to Storybook. It finds it in the project. What is it? I think I just have to do public assets. Is that it? No, that's not it. Let's see here. Where did I run into this problem? Let's see here. Okay, let's pop that out for a sec. What is it? Oops. Assets, StarSearch logo. Okay. This is not going to be the right StarSearch white. That should resolve. No? All right, cool. What the heck was it to fix it with Storybook? You used to pass you used to have to pass like a -s to say static assets folder, but you don't need to do that now. So if you do Storybook, or was it main.js? So this is the Storybook config framework. It's Next.js. What else here? There was definitely somewhere. Let's look for public, and we want to look only in star.stories. That's not it. Where the Oh, I remember where I ran into this issue. It was in the CSS for Tailwind. I had to do this, but that's only in the context of Tailwind. I didn't have that problem with this. So let's just go on a side quest real quick. Storybook, not finding static asset. And I know how I used to do it, but I'm pretty sure it changed how they do it. So you can import any media assets. Okay, yes. Serving static. Oh yeah, static dirs. That's what I need. That's under Storybook config. Okay, cool. Let's bring that back here. Let's come here, Storybook config, and was that? Hold on a sec. I'll leave that open for a second. So yeah, it's under the config, under stories. Okay, I was in the right place. Frameworks, boom. Okay. Let's just pop it here. Okay, and static, we just want it to be public, so let's do this just to make sure. That's good. Okay, that should fix that. And okay, I might have to restart Storybook. Yeah, Storybook doesn't like it now. Okay, so let's redo this. It's gonna open. Let's close that. Let's refresh. If I did things correctly, we should have an actual star. Fingers crossed. The suspense is killing me. All right. Cool, cool, cool. What's going on over there? Cool. All right. Yeah, okay, there we go. So we've got the button. So all this tells me is we've never actually had images from the public static folder before in Storybook. So let's do that. So we've got that, and we need a tooltip, I think, to let's go back to the issue. What's my watch telling me? Reminder. Okay, yeah. I need to call about my water tank. It's still working fine, but apparently it's the date where you need to check it. Okay, so we got the StarSearch button, and I lost my issue. There we go. Okay, and I do need to put some kind of like faded background around it, but we need a tooltip, so let's just copy that text. I use CleanShot, and shout out to Justin Noel from my virtual coffee group. He mentioned they have this capture text feature that is just awesome. Cool. And let's go there, and StarSearch button. Let's close that. Okay, so we definitely need a click, and it's still bugging me that this isn't, it's not formatting. Okay, we need this to be a button. Then on click, we'll call it launch StarSearch handler. No, that's too long. I don't know. Uh, StarSearch handler. No, that doesn't make sense. It's to open StarSearch, so open handler. We'll just do that. Okay, can always rename it. Let's do open handler. And this is going to be StarSearch button props. Button props. Let's close the sidebar there. Not patops, props. Okay, cool. Interface. Thank you, Copilot. Open handler. That's actually not that. This should be component type. Button props. That's not it. What did I? Component type. Yeah, I know component type isn't hand. What is it? Oh, sorry, wrong one. Component props. Uh, you want to try to avoid with TypeScript writing explicit types when you can. So here, what I'm doing is, oh, I just removed that. This should be fine, I think. There. Button. Is that right? Hold on a sec. Basically, anyways, what I'm getting at is, yeah, you should pop by Virtual Coffee there, Bjorn. It's on Tuesdays. It's at 9 a.m. Eastern, which is 2 p.m. UTC, and then on Thursdays it's at noon Eastern, which is 5 p.m. UTC, I believe, or 4 p.m. UTC. Cool. Yeah, why didn't this work? Component props, type of button. No, what am I doing wrong here? I have this in the elsewhere. Type of sidebar menu item. Yeah, okay, there. Type of single select. Okay, never mind. All right. Component type of button. Oh, it's not finding it there, I guess. Whatever. Okay, maybe let's just get this moving. So button props on click. There we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that works. Okay. So here, yes, I'm still explicitly typing it, but I'm actually, you know, leveraging that this type is actually already set. Okay, cool. We don't need component props. Cool. That'll need to get a on click if we come back. It's still bugging me that it's not formatting though. Because like what happens if I... It's so odd. Why are you not formatting? There's no syntax errors. It's not ESLint, but restart. No, I don't need to restart. Well, I don't think it's a TypeScript server, but I'd be surprised. No, it's not that. Okay. Let me quit VS Code and come back. Okay, and then save. So weird. Why are you not formatting? There we go. Extension must have died or something. Okay, let's start up Storybook again. Okay, we can close that and just come back to the one we had open there. It's going to complain about a on-click prop not existing, I think. So we need to go to the Storybook story. So StarSearch, not Sriracha, StarSearch button stories. Let's just add a on-click. There we go. Console log, button click. Why don't you know about that? Object may StarSearch button props. Oh yeah, sorry. It's not on click, it's on or open handler. There we go. Cool. So now if we come here and we close that, and then if we click, where's the bottom tray here? Show sidebar, show toolbar. Where's the bottom bar? Here, let's come here. Let's bring this over. So if I click on here, actions, no, where is it? Yeah, okay, that's definitely there. Interesting. Right, that's whatevs, I guess. Let's refresh this. Okay, cool. Yeah, the button's there. It looks a little, I'm looking at it. Yeah, it looks a little out of whack, but we'll get to that after. This should have an storybook action. Hold on a sec. I haven't written one of these in a while. Storybook action for on click. They have a thing that just, yeah, actions. Is it still actions? Yeah. Hey, Tejas, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining on LinkedIn. Uh, like I mentioned at the start of the stream, I can't reply on LinkedIn live for some reason, so I'll see your comments, but I'll respond just by chatting. Okay, storybook, autumn, where's actions? Parameters, actions, yeah, is that still the case? Okay. On for that particular one, and then action event handlers, that's what I wanted. Handles, actions, handles on mouse over click button with actions. What the heck is it? Action from button. That's what I want, just this storybook add-on actions. I didn't know if that was still it. Oh, glad you like the streams. I appreciate that. That's it's very kind of you to say. I know I don't have a large following, at least not now, so I appreciate everybody that comes to check things out here. So, all right, there we go. That should work. So now, so basically this action is coming from Storybooks. It's an add-on for Storybook that allows you to simulate actions because think of it like testing props basically. So if we come back to the components, I might have to reload this. Cannot find module. Oh, Okay, I have to restart things, I think, for the server. Give that a second. Fanatical following. Well, thank you, Bjorn. Thank you for being a fanatical. I appreciate your fanatically enthusiasm. Is that how you? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, no, it's fun. It's good times. We have fun. That's what matters. Okay, why is it not liking this? Okay, see export field. Interesting. Fanatical. All right. Why is this not working? Module not found. I should have at storybooks add-on actions. Let me make sure. I might have to put this in the actual main.js for storybook. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. So let's just do here. Save that. I'm glad I spent a lot of time working on storybook when I worked at dev too, because this is all coming back from memory to some degree. All right, let's reload this. I'm feeling good about it now. Okay, let's reload this sucker. Okay, still building. Don't let me down. Son of a. All right, cool. Not found. Package paths dot star is not exported from packages. Okay. Let's just make sure I've got this all right. So let's go back to storybook actions. And yeah, so I'm importing action from that storybook actions. That's good. That's good. My action is on click. Oh, I don't need this. Maybe that's what it, I think that's what the issue is. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Oh, I think this storybook story died. So let's do that one more time. Yeah, it's just building. So if you work with Storybook, or even if you haven't, there's a lot of it that uses Vite now, but there's still Webpack under the hood for a big chunk of it. And I'm getting Webpack errors, but it's not specifically a Webpack error. It's just saying found existing add-on at Storybook actions skipping. Components, StarSearch button.stories, module not found. Yeah, okay. I also, unfortunately, used to have to configure Webpack configurations all the time at pretty much every job. So, but I don't think we'll need to dig in. There is a Webpack config, or no? Oh yeah, it's in the main.js now. Why doesn't it like it? You know what? Let's just maybe move on for now. We got the on open. Let's just do this. Let's change this to on open. No TypeScript. I don't want you to alias it. And let's do this. And let's go to the stories there. And you know what? Let's just comment this out for now. I'll sort it out later. And we'll just do this. Boom. Comment that out. We'll just say console.log. Opened StarSearch. And let's just move on. Okay. I'll sort it out after. Just refresh here. Oh, interesting. Let me stop. If it keeps complaining, even after reverting that, I think I might have to go back to my main.js. Let's see here. Let's let this build. Cool, cool. All right. 92, 95. Okay, we're back in business, I think. There we go. Okay. Anyways, all it just means is I can't show like actions. Yeah, they're there. Nothing's loading. But anyways, we've got the StarSearch button. But it does look like slightly stretched for some reason. So let's come back here. Gradient. Let's see here. We've got the logo 24 by 24. That's good. What is it doing? Gradient from soft orange to amber. Padding. Padding large. Padding -2. Actually, I don't think we need any of this. That was for when it was in the context of StarSearch. Okay, that's good. And then let's just add like a P-1. Let's see. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's compare it to the actual feature. Seems like that's zoomed in, but there is definitely more padding because if I bring this in beside, no, that's not what I wanted to bring in. Wanted to bring this in. And there we go. So it looks, yeah. I wonder if this should be smaller. Let's see here. Let's try 20, 20, and let's try W4. Actually, I don't know why there's both here. 16. 16 is probably too small. Let's try W5. I don't think that exists. It does. Okay. Let's try W5. Okay, that shrunk it. All right, you know what? I think I know what we'll do. We'll just leave it what it was. And then let's just do a P2. That's probably good, but it does seem a little big. So let's go to 20. Let's do W4, W4. Sorry, W5. Okay, I think that's okay for now. If I look at this, yeah, that looks about the same. Okay, cool. All right, I just got to check Slack real quick. Also, this is a co-working stream, so if ever you feel free to share what you're working on if you can. No worries if you can't. All right. Okay, we've got a release going on. I don't think we have anything else to land. Yeah, correct. I just merged issue comments PR at Nick. Okay. I'm just responding about the deploy. I think we're good. The StarSearch stuff is in. Mind shipping it in a live stream. Not a liver stream, a live stream. Cool. What else is going on here? Okay, that's just stuff that got merged. Cool. So that StarSearch stuff I was showing you before, it's going to go in soon. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so I think this is good. We need a tooltip though, so let's do tooltip, components, atoms, tooltip, content, search for a star. That's not what we want, but there. I think that's what it is. This should bring it. Okay, yeah. Why it's popping over there, I don't know. But let's get the text that we actually wanted. So let's do capture OCR text again. Ask StarSearch about your workspace. That's what we want. Boom. Okay, and then why is that popping over there? Cool. Okay. That's funny that it's popping over there, but we want it on top, so position, no, what is it? What are the props on this guy? Let's go look. Tooltip, direction, that's what I wanted. Direction, boom. Top. Why is it going up bottom? I think there's something to do with the container, maybe. Let's just put, I can put this in a, no, that should be going on top. Oh, you know what? It's because there's no space, I think. That's why. So let's just, I'm not gonna add this to the component, but I just want to see for funsies. Let's come here and then let's just say class name, and then we're gonna say p-12. Okay, now if I hover, okay, that's better. Still, oh, it's because it's over. Let's do px, I don't know, 24 py-12. Sure. Should move over. Okay. Whatever. It's popping on top. I think it's just because it's in the context of this, because like we'll see once we include it somewhere. But we do want to put this into a storybook decorator. Just curious what other content, class name, direction, default open. Yeah, we could do default open. Default open equals true. Okay, that's good. It's in the wrong spot, obviously. So, okay, I think that's okay for the component. Uh, just seeing if I need to do the release. If I need to do the release, it's actually I could do it on the stream, I guess, but um, we'll see what Brandon says. Okay, there, that's good. Bjorn, you're asking about virtual coffee. If you want, I have some invites. It's not to be gatekeepy. It used to be completely open, but it's all volunteer based, and we got a huge influx of people. So like, it's really more for us to be able to manage the amount of people that come in. But if anybody in the stream is interested in virtual coffee, I can probably hook you up. Hey, yo, what's going on, Bryn? Thanks for joining, man. Cool, cool. Yeah, so yeah, for if you're just joining, Bryn, so I'm working on the UI for basically StarSearch, which is OpenSauced's, think of it like Copilot for Git history. I can give a quick tour again. Let's just come here. Boom. And see what Brandon's saying. Okay. Cool. So we can come here, and so StarSearch, think of it, StarSearch is a play on the 1980s and 1990s TV show called StarSearch, where you find talent. So like people like Ryan Gosling and all those people were found through there. Janet Jackson, I think Britney Spears, a bunch. So anyways, you can ask it questions. So like I'm using one of the canned suggestions here as a question to ask, but I'm asking about like the lottery factor for the React Router project, but you can ask your own things too. So we'll let this finish. Like I could say like, I don't know, somebody drop a Twitter handle, not Twitter, sorry. Somebody drop a GitHub handle in the chat and I can see what you've been working on. Yeah, Ed McMahon. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're in the same age category, Mike. Hoyo. Sorry, that's what Ed McMahon used to say. He used to be on Johnny Carson to the Tonight Show. Yeah, if anybody's got a GitHub handle, hopefully this demo doesn't go poorly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you totally know what I'm talking about, Mike. Yeah, anybody just drop a GitHub handle. If not, I'll drop my own to test it. But it's fun to see somebody else's in the chat if you want. Okay. Well, nobody's answering at the moment, so I'll just type in mine for now. But if you have yours you want to drop, let me know. What has at Nikki T Online been working on? And this will just go chug away. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. So okay. Okay, so this is, yeah, so that first one, pull request 327 in our docs, that was something I merged this morning. to my blog post on Valibot. Um, so you can go direct to that. Yeah, I did some rewrites for the docs site with Becca. And yeah, so this is just showing stuff I've been working on. But yeah, if you want to see your own, just drop a handle, but no worries if not. Okay, cool. Let's get back to it. Let's close this window. So I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna do uh, to do add orange shadow to component. Cool. Search button stories. To do sort out storybook actions. So on click can be used in the story. Cool. That's good. So that's pretty good. Oh yeah, and we also need to what else? Oh yeah, we want to put in a decorator. So decorator, so think of the storybook stories as like a component being rendered, but you can put it within another component, and those are called decorators. So I'm pretty sure they're available here. Yeah. So we can do this, and then I can literally just pop in a component. So I could say like, I don't know, I could do it directly in here. So that's not what I want, Copilot, but thanks for trying. Class name, and then I don't know, we'll say W full, H dash full, and or you know that's too big. Let's do W dash. What do we got here? 96, probably good. Yeah, sure. H dash 96. We're using Tailwind in the project in case that isn't obvious. Let's do a grid and we'll say place content center. And there. Oh, yeah, I need to put in a story. That's right. And we need to pass in the story. So I think that's right. Story. Oh, yeah, it's my quote. That's what's in the way. Okay, let's try that. Now this should, if I did this right, yeah. Okay, so basically the decorator just put space around it. So now when I hover over it, it's showing it properly. And this is, again, this isn't part of the component. This is, think of it like you're kind of modifying the canvas of where you're showcasing this. So we could put BG gray. Yeah, sure. Let's do that just to see. Yeah, you see there, it just adds a background. So this is working well. We probably need a default decorator. So like I'd probably put a decorator. This one's here, but I'd be kind of inclined to do a global one maybe, where we could have like just place it in the center all the time. But for now, we can go with this. I don't need that background. And there. Okay, and then if we save that, it should show it by default. If I click out, yeah, that's good. Um, yeah, we do want that. Cool. All right. That's good. I'm pretty happy with that. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. I'm gonna be back in 1 second, so hold tight and There is no elevator music playing, but I'll be back in like literally a minute tops. See you in a second. All right, we're back. Sorry, had to go check on something real quick. All right, cool. Let's go back to pairing view. Just so, yeah, cool. We're back. All right, I think I'm gonna break this up in a small PR. So I'm gonna create a separate PR just for this component. Just makes managing PRs better. And this really is its own component. So let's do new branch, star search button. Say G feature, added the star search button CTA to the project. Or not, don't need to say to the button. Added the star search button CTA or created. And there we go. And let's just see what we got here in terms of files. So the main, let's close that. That seems okay in there. It's possible. Maybe I don't think I have that actually added. Maybe that's what the problem is. Let me look in the package JSON because it is kind of bugging me. No, the add-on actions is there. Okay. So it's definitely in there. Okay. Static dirs, public, that's good. All right. Star search button stories. Yeah, we got to sort that out. I'll sort it out after. Star search button. And we're good with the to-dos. That's okay. I will follow those up. All right, so let's come back here and boom. GA, Okay, GFEAT is just my, G is a shell alias for get for me. And, oh, what's it complaining about? Oh yeah, it's complaining about that unexpected console. That's valid. You know what? Maybe we should try one more time fixing this. Action, open handler. I just don't want to harp on this too long. Whoops. Okay, action cannot find. Yes, it's coming from here. And I just want to make sure, go to definition. Action name, string, options. Okay, it's definitely there. Try this one more time. If that doesn't work, then I'm just gonna go, Oh, I stopped the site. There we go. And our storybook. NR is just the alias for npm run for me. We'll see how this goes, but I'm not feeling confident that it's going to load properly. Could be wrong, but we will see. We will see. All right, so that's still failing. So I'm just going to comment it out for now. So we'll just leave this commented out, that commented out, and let's come back here. Clear, git add. Should be good. All right, use the GitHub CLI, GHPR create. And OpenSauced is where we're pushing it to. That's feature. Boom, boom. Continue in browser. Oh, went to the wrong window, but that's okay. Let me grab that. Let's come over here. Okay, and this is gonna say relates to 3508. Okay. Okay. Implement the StarSearch button component used to open StarSearch in workspaces. Cool. That's good. This is tier, we'll say tier 3. That's just internal for us in terms of importance. Create draft PR. All right, let's add some comments. This is required so that Storybook can load assets from /public assets. Start review and comment. Okay, that is good. Lost my chat. Where'd you go, chat? There we go. Chat. Cool. Okay, so let's leave that. Now we want to bring StarSearch into here. So we need a panel for sure. Just taking a peek at what else here. Also just checking time. I think we're okay for time. Okay, so that's this StarSearch header. That's something we didn't have before, but like also, is there any suggestions in here? Okay, it does load some suggestions. So let's see here. Embed. Yeah, so we're going to pass in suggestions. That's going to be coming from the workspace main page, I guess. Or maybe I should make a workspaces StarSearch component. Curious what's better. Hold on a sec. Cool. All right, let's keep moving along then. Yeah, so we have suggestions here, and these aren't the same suggestions as the ones that are on the regular StarSearch page. So there is that. And then there's also, okay, this is go back to StarSearch. So once a user asks a question, they'll be taken to the interface. Okay, so we start off and then it shows that. Otherwise, we have the menu bar up top here. So let's build this out actually. So there's that StarSearch image again actually. So I think let's do this. Let's create a new branch. We'll call this StarSearch workspace or StarSearch header. Cool. And all right, that share chat, open chat. All right, that looks good. I feel like my chat froze. Let me refresh it. Okay, now my chat's just empty. Oh, I know there's some people there still, but anyways. Um, okay, that's good. All right, so let's just build out this bar at the moment. This is part of StarSearch, embeddable, I guess, so we'll still keep it in here. And let's do this. New file, StarSearch, round logo.tsx. I guess that's good, or we'll just say StarSearch logo. And we're going to come back to the button. And let's just spread this out. And I'm actually going to take the image out of here because we need that elsewhere. So let's do that. And let's go to StarSearch logo, export const StarSearch logo, return that there, boom. And we need to import the image component from Next.js. Okay, that's good. And then let's go back to our StarSearch button and let's just, where did my image go? Oh yeah, I need the whole thing. Okay, actually, so this should be span. We want the whole enchilada. Okay, um, there, and that's not an on click, but let's do this. Okay, come back to the new logo over here. Okay, and there we go. We don't need that, the on click, because that's not what that is. This is just the logo. And if we come back to the button, we actually want this to be a button. Okay, there. And then here, we're going to bring in StarSearch logo there, just so I can use it elsewhere. And that one's going to be smaller, I think. So we will have a default size. So if we go to the logo, we'll add a prop, be size, and StarSearch. Logo props, and there. Okay, and we want a size, thank you. And actually, we don't want it to be a number, we'll say small, medium, large, sure. Small or medium, let's do that. Or regular, I don't know. Cool, and we're gonna set it to regular by default. That way, uh, the one that's the StarSearch call to action, we don't need to do anything, but for our other one, it'll need to be smaller. So let's do that. Okay. Why is it not liking those props? Oh yeah, I'm not using the prop, that's why. Okay, so, whoops. All right, switch size. We're gonna say default. We'll say, let's see, uh, pixel. Yeah, what's the best way to do this? Yeah, we could do whatever. We'll do pixels. I'm gonna rename this because that's a bad name. Okay. Let's see here. Let px equal. We'll start off with 20, and then I guess uh, default, or let's see here, 6. See, these we can't use magic numbers, so it's probably, you know what? It's probably easier just to return the particular component. So yeah, let's just do that. I don't even need all this mumbo jumbo. Okay. So we can say, let's do size equals regular. That's not what I want, but okay. Otherwise this, and then let's put this to 16, I guess, and 4. Doo-doo-doo. And let's close that. And then this should be 20, not 220. These should be 5, 5, 20, 20. So if it's regular, otherwise it's that. Let's just save that. Okay. Cool. Size, regular, size, small. Yeah. Okay, cool. I guess we could create a story for that. Um, I don't know if that one's not worth it. I don't think. Maybe it could do a story, but I don't think so. At the moment, at least. Okay, so let's do in our storybook. Let's just make sure that it's still working properly. Cool. All right, that's loading up. And did I forget to eat lunch? No, I had. What the heck did I eat? I had some yogurt before, but definitely not lunch. Star search button. Okay, so I'm glad I checked this here. Why is it looking like that? Should be okay. What's going on here? Star search button has Star search logo. No size specified. Let's just, for funsies, let's just say small. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's not that. I think I did something in the component itself. Star search logo. What have I done? Okay, span. Let's do div maybe. Oh, I think it's because I used I used a span, and a span is inline, so that's what it was. Okay, cool. So this is good. Okay, so let's see here. Git add, git chore, created the star search logo component. All right, that's good. And let's see what else. Yeah. I think I'm gonna continue on this after because I do gotta go eat some lunch. So, well, at this point, it's getting close to, it's not supper, but it's like midway. But just to kind of recap, where is my issue? This is what we've been working on. I'll drop it in the chat again. Gonna be working on this a bit later again today, not on stream, but also tomorrow. But baby steps, but it's happening. It's happening. Thanks again for everybody for joining, and yeah, that's not healthy. Go eat. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not dying when. Just I'm just gonna go have a snack though, because supper's in a couple hours. But anyways, thanks for hanging, and we'll see you in the next one. Probably tomorrow morning my time, so probably I guess 10 a.m. Eastern. So that's like 3 p.m. UTC, I think. Or is that right? That can't be right. Anyways, we'll see you in the next one. Later, everybody.